Pramod Kumar Sharma. I will take lecture on society. As we know, society is a system of uses which are based on the mutual understanding and the authority. So before going to the society, we learn what are the major perspectives of the sociology. As we know, sociology is the science of society or scientific study of human behavior. So when we are coming to the scientific study of human behavior or the scientific study of society, the society derived from the source of business comprehensive and it was uh, coined by the Auguste Comte. So you can say the sociologists today employ three primary theoretical perspectives for the study of sociology. The first, the symbolic interactions. Second, the functional perspectives. Third, the conflict perspectives. These perspectives offer sociologists theoretical paradigms for explaining how society influences people and vice versa. So, these perspectives are the views or the lens. Under that, the every sociologist they are having the deep study regarding the society and how they are perceived. They have given their written form and their experience can be shared among all the sociologists. So, these perspectives uh, uniquely conceptualize society, social forces, and human behaviors. Sociologists view society differently. They have their own way of understanding society and its dynamics in a theoretical manner. For example, to other sociologists, the most interesting aspect of the social world are the everyday life, a routine interaction among individuals that we sometimes take for granted. This signifies the international or interactions perspectives. Interactions or perspectives means there is a interaction among the people, whether it is a positive interaction or the negative interaction. But if we talk in terms of the sociology, the interaction is the crux point of the sociology, and on the basis of interaction, all the society form and their behaviors are also determined on that. So, uh, as per the interactions perspectives, the interaction among the people is the must, but some socialists also view the society, some see the society, or some see the social world basically as a stable and and ongoing unity. They impressed with the endurance of the family, organized religion, and other social institutions. All parts of the society or all elements of the society, all components of society work together with the integration for survival of the society, and this represents the functional perspectives means for for the survival of the society, all the elements of the social system must be functional. If one element doesn't function, the society will collapse and there will be no existence of the human being. So we can say the social system will exist only when all the elements are to be functional. Now the third perspective that is some other societies see society as composed of many groups of conflicts competing for scarce resources. This denotes the conflict perspectives. So we can say the for the study of the sociology there are uh, major three perspectives. Under that the all the sociologists they are having their study and they are interpreting the social system in their own way, and we can say sociologists analyze social phenomena at different levels and from different perspectives, from concrete interpretation to sweeping generalization of society and social behavior. Sociologists study everything from specific events. Is that from the micro level, that is the analysis of the small social patterns, to the big picture or the macro level of analysis of large social patterns. So starting from the small pattern of the social system to the big pattern of the social systems, all are studied under the ambit of social system. The pioneering European socialists, however, also offered a broad conceptualization of the fundamentals of society and its working. Their views form the basis for today's theoretical perspectives, which provide sociologists with an orienting framework, a philosopher position for asking certain kinds of questions about society and the people, how the people are living in the society, how the society are giving the placement of that individual in a correct and the real world. In this way, we can say the society work on the different perspectives, and under that, the things are going on, and the individuals are getting settled in the social system. So, if we talk in terms of the sociological perspectives, so the semiotic interaction or semiotic interactionism level of analysis, that is the micro level, and they only focus on the use of symbols, face-to-face intimacy, face-to-face interaction, and studying the small size. So these perspectives are pioneered by Charles Hutton Cooley, J. Mead, Tools, and Max Weber, Berger, Garfinkel, and Goffman. They are learning the things under the micro level, and they consider society uh, on the basis of symbolic interaction. So they always given the definition and the uh, study of the society on the level of symbolic interaction. So as per the Garfinkel, we can say society is a platform where all the actors are playing as per the assigned task. After playing the assigned task, they are taking the feedback from them and again reappearing on the world. So in this way, they are correcting themselves, adjusting themselves in the social system, and again reappearing in the social system. So in this way, they can improve a lot. If we talk in terms of the C.H. Pule, we also given the concept of looking glass self. So looking glass self is nothing but only the glass, and we are using for day-to-day activities and looking ourselves whether we are correct or not, we are properly dressed or not. So on the basis of that, the Cooley told social system is just like a, we can say the whole social system is just like a world, and whatever we are doing in the world, we are reflecting ourselves in the mirror, and we are correcting ourselves. So on the basis of that, uh, when our pictures are not clear, our videos, our methods, our ideas, our thoughts are not good, then the society gives us the feedback. After getting the feedback, we are correcting ourselves and then again reappearing on the stage. So like that, the system going on, and this is the view of C.H. Puja. Now we talk about the second perspective, that is the functional perspectives or functionalism perspectives. It is a macro level. Their scope is high, and they are having the study different uh, parts of society. Means that is a different arena, different scope, different things of the social system. So you can say that all the systems are getting changed in the functional perspectives. Now, suppose in the functional perspectives, the human body or the society can be considered as a living organism, and all the elements are also a living organism, and all the elements, all the parts of the social system or the society must be functional. Unless they function properly, the existence of the society is in danger. So we can say the relationship between the parts of the society, relationship between the all the elements of the society, all the component of the society, they must be functional in different elementary of the society, and it how they are functioning together or as a whole. So when we are coming to the macro level, means suppose there is a factory system. In the factory system, all the equipment are working, proper working for the development and the building the good turnover, and the same time the maintenance also be proper by the expert. So in the society, the relationship between the all the social parts of society, the different element of the society, and how they are functioning as a whole. So as a sum of all the parts of the society must be functional, must be in relation with the main part, and there should be given the other facets to them for what that they are deserving. So we can say the main pioneer of the this concept, functional concept is Herbert Spencer, then K. Brown, and we can say the other sociologists like Durkheim uh, and other sociologists, they are also coming together for the supporting of the functional perspectives. Under that, the Herbert Spencer, Emile Durkheim, R.K. Brown, and partners are the main exponent in the functional perspectives. Now the third perspective, that is the conflict perspective. Uh, in that, the sociologists, they are finding society on the macro level, and they always consider that in every society there is a competition. For every society there is a competition for all the things. Suppose there is a race. So some of the people are running for getting the award because the award is less. There is a scarce resources of the award. So there is a competition among them, and all the individuals are competitive, and they are getting the high marks for the reward. Then we can say how the elite controls poor and the weak. So they are also interested on that. We elite some of the family, some of the society, some of the gully. There are so many elites, and they are having their own rules and regulations, and they are least bothered about the government policies and the government rules and regulations. They are self uh, called, that is the developer of the colony or the society. So among them, they are also uh, telling that before starting the conflict, we should uh, leave the place and go to the other. So it is a system of, that is a coward. So we can say whenever there is a conflict arises between the elites and there is a scarcity of the resources, so whenever they try to extract the resources, there is a competition, and the survival of the fittest. On the basis of that, the main person which are able here is getting the uh, reward. So this functionalist or the conflict perspectives pioneered by Karl Marx, Dahrendorf, and also the Herbert Spencer. So when we are coming to the comparison of three schools, all the things are happening in their own way, and they have the different paradigms and the goal settings, and for the development they have the different strategy. So we can say on the basis of that all the social systems are running. Now, if we summarize the perspectives, the semiotic interaction perspectives, uh, also called a semiotic interactionism, which directs sociologists to consider the symbols and details of everyday life, starting from the morning to night and birth to death. So, whenever there is a problem or sometimes there is a thing happening with the individual, with the help of the other tools, they are also trying to overcome that problem, and they are surviving the actual life. So uh, these symbols means and how people interact with each other. Although symbolic interactionism traces its origin to the Max Weber, who has ascertained that individual act according to the interpretation of the perspectives to the American sociology in the year 1920. So in this way we can say in the symbolic interaction perspectives, the pupils are uh, in uh, rare, or we can say they are in living in the dense. Also we can say not much population, the scattered population, they are living in this and they have the less symbolic interaction, but the social system will brought them together, and in this way they constitute the rigid formation of the society, and as for that we can say the Max Weber ascertained that individual acts according to the interpretation of the Max. So, in this way, the people are always running after the competition, and they are having a competition to achieve the target within a short time, and in this way, this system develops. According to the symbolic interaction perspectives, people attach meaning to the symbols, and then they act according to their subjective interpretation of these symbols. Verbal conversation, in which a spoken word serves as a predominant symbol, make this subjective interpretation especially evident. The word have a certain meaning. So, whenever there is a word have a certain meaning for the senders, and during effective communication, they hopefully have the same meaning for the receiver. So, there is no changes of the original voices. That's why the uh, transmitter and receiver both are working functional if they sit afar. So we can say whenever there is a changes in the concept or the ideological differences between the socialists, so on the basis of that, they are also having some trouble. Now we can say the Max Weber and the George H. Mead in 1863 to 1931 introduced the perspectives of American sociology. In the year 1922, according to the symbolic interaction, the people search meaning for the symbols. Means what indicates, the symbol what indicates. Suppose some of the persons they are living apart and not even seeing the things, so they will have the fear that something may go wrong. So if we talk in terms of the wrong part of the society, the things will not work and every person will be in problem. So for the smooth running of the social system, all the perspectives, all the people, all the system, and all the subsystem should work together. So we can say uh, during effective communication, they hopefully have the same meaning for the receiver, and conversation is an interesting or as an interaction of symbols between the individuals who constantly interpret the world around them. Of course, anything serves as a symbol as long it refers to something beyond itself. Written music serves as an example. The black dots and the lines. We talk it also the uh, telephony terminology, the things other than the system. So whenever there is a constantly interpret the world around them, anything can serve as a symbol and refer something beyond itself. Written music serves an example. The black dots and the lines become more and more marks on the page. They refer to notes organized to the such a way as to make musical sense. Thus, symbol interaction gives a serious thought of the nation and the business. So we can say whenever there is a changing the thought and the uh, environment, all the things getting changed. Now we can say if we talk the terms of the uh, semantic interaction and their perspectives. So to some sociologists, those who are making that something is the better than the nothing, so among them the sociologist, that is the Karl Marx, the conflict perspectives he has served, and his theory primary out of the writings of their class struggle. So we can say whenever the Karl Marx writing a topic on the basis of that, they find out the conflict perspectives. So while these later perspectives focus on the poetic aspect of the life and all the system goes uh, well, and for that we can say uh, the conflict perspectives focus on the positive aspects of the society that contribute to its stability. The conflict perspectives focus on the negative conflict and ever-changing nature of the society. Unlike functionalists who defended the status quo, avoid social changes, or the, the people who is compared to the effect of social order. So conflict theory challenges the status quo in the social system and all the system running smoothly. So we can say the conflict perspectives believe rich in the powerful people force social order on the social order to the poor people, to the people, poor people, and uh, the conflict theorists, for example, may interpret the an elite board of regents rising weak, rising weak, and the conflict theories, for example, may interpret the an elite board of reason raising tuition for to pay the university a new program that raised the prestige of a local college of the self-serving rather than the beneficial for the students. So we can say in the American perspectives, the conflict, perspectives are very, very famous. So, we can say in the American perspectives, the conflict, perspectives are very, very famous. So, we can say in the American perspectives, the conflict, perspectives are very, very famous. So, we can say in the American perspectives, the conflict, perspectives are very, very famous. So, we can say in the American perspectives, the conflict, perspectives are very, very famous. Okay, thank you, viewers. Next topic we learn. Okay, thanks. So today we have discussed the different perspectives.